Yo, 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 what's up? Far from handsome, yeah, I'm on YouTube, man. I just had to do something, man. I moving too fast, man. I was moving too fast. I made a mistake. Uh, let's- I'm moving too fast, man. Trying to get these tabs down, man. Yeah, we out here. We in the build. We in the building, man. Salute to all you guys out there. Um, Shout out to everybody out there. We got a great show for you guys today, man. Um, Great show for you guys today, man. Great show for you guys today. Salute to everybody out there. Salute to all the people watching, wherever you watching from, wherever you watching at. We got people watching on Rumble. We got people watching on Rumble. Salute to Rumble. Shout out to D from Boston. Shout out to salute, man. Yeah, man. I had to get some things right, man. I had to get some things right. Look at this shit, man.
Creatine is for everyone.
Shout out to my man Miguel Wano, man. Miguel Wano, man, in the building. Miguel Wano was in the building, sponsoring the program, and that's what I'm talking about. They just had a little boy. Oh, wow. You got to send me some pictures, Miguel. Akatunde2@gmail.com. We love Ak babies, man. We love the little Ak Nation babies, man. We promote that, man. We want as many babies as we can, man. You got to send me a pic, man. Yes, I think the last baby we had was Ray Wall. I think he the last. No, Marcy. Marcy had a baby. Marcy had a baby. Yeah. So yeah, we gotta have. We gotta. You gotta send me a picture of the Arc Nation baby, man. We need more Arc Nation babies. All right, man. Yeah, far from handsome. You got over here, man. He said YouTube is start procreate. He said the greatest joy in the world. Whites start procreating, us sun men lapping up. Yeah, we doing it, man. I'm happy though. I'm happy for that. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see that picture, man. I can't wait to see that picture, man. Send it to me. Love babies, man. Yeah, white gliders got to step it up, man. Shout out to my man Far From Handsome. He was over there on Rumble, man. Now he here, man. He said it's gonna be a hot summer, and I ain't talking about the weather.
A 17-year-old is wounded and several others are detained following a teen takeover right here on Clearwater Beach. News Channel 8's Victoria Lucas is live tonight after the deputy chief issued a warning to prevent similar large violent gatherings. Victoria?
Ty, that's right. Deputy Chief Michael Wallach says the department found that the large gatherings seen tonight were planned and coordinated on social media, and the disturbances that followed will not be tolerated.
A chaotic scene at Clearwater Beach as Clearwater police officers tried to contain massive crowds along South Gulfview Boulevard Sunday night.
I just seen somebody point out a car and then cops with a whole bunch of rifles and heard gunshots earlier.
The Clearwater Police Deputy Chief Michael Wallach says his officers were called to Coronado Drive just after 5 for a report of a shooting that started with a fight.
Some of those people who gathered decided.
Look at this dude right here. Look at this. Look at that nigga right there.
Some of those people.
Hold on, where he at, man? Let me find that nigga, man.
For a report of a shooting that started.
What the hell they gonna do? What the hell is goddamn Laverne and Shirley gonna do? You got fucking Laverne and Shirley at the team takeover. Jesus Christ.
Started with a fight.
Look at that bitch right there, man. Yeah, I mean, like, just think about it, man. This is dumb, man. This is dumb, man. Everybody cried when Trump sent the National Guard out. That seemed like a decade ago, don't it? Press 1 if that seems like a effing decade ago when Trump deployed the National Guard into some cities. And all the people said, no, send the National Guard away. We don't want the National Guard. I'm not sure if they did that in Florida. I'm not sure if they did that in Florida, but no, get all the good people of all the cities. No, it's overreach. Patrolling our cities. Get them out of here. It's like you can't help these people, man. You can't help these people.
Fight.
Some of those people who gathered decided to break the law tonight.
A Deputy Chief Wallach says a 17-year-old was shot and taken to Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital.
We had other reports of large crowds that had gathered in other locations and were creating a disturbance.
The Deputy Chief Wallach says officers with the assistance of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office and Largo Police Department tried to defuse those disturbances. Wallach has this message for those thinking of coming to the beach in the future.
To anyone who plans to come here and engage in the kind of behavior we saw this evening, don't do it. If you do, your trip to the beach will end up with a trip to jail.
Unclear.
I don't know. I think that didn't move me, but here's the problem. You can't arrest all of them, and they know that. It could be hundreds of them out there. You're going to make 5 arrests. And then those cases are going to get tossed. They found black teens. Other than the National Guard, I don't think there's really anything that could stop this, man. Because the summer's just beginning. Maybe if we were heading into winter, the weather could stop it. The weather could stop it. If this was like late October, you could rely on the weather to stop it. I don't know how you stop this at the beginning of June. I don't know how you stop this at the beginning of June. How do you stop this at the beginning of June? As you come in, smash that like button, man. Salute to everybody. This is going to be very hard. He said, "I'm in England. Without America, we're all fucked." Yeah, I mean, this is a minor irritance to America. This isn't like something that's going to take America down, but it's a symptom. This is a symptom. These teen takeovers are a symptom of a lot that's wrong with America. It's just a symptom. We said, well, I went to D.C. You know, I was in Maryland. Well, I actually went to Maryland So I was down there for a couple of days. I'm back though. I'm back. Yeah, I'm on Rumble. Right now I'm on Rumble. I'm on my website, ocnationnews.com. We're live over there. You can always, if you can't find me anywhere, you can go to ocnationnews.com. I'm over there. All my streams are streaming over there. So ocnationnews.com. Yeah, as you can see, I'll show you guys my site. I'll show you guys the site right now. Go over there. You can go over there. I gotta do a better job of posting over here. I gotta do a better job of posting over here. This is the channel. I gotta do a better job. This is the channel. I gotta do a better job of getting y'all over there. I gotta do a better job of getting y'all over there. I gotta do a better job of getting y'all over there. Cause yeah, it's nobody over there. But whatever, man. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that real soon, man. I think we gotta have a day where we just do we sign up everybody. We just dedicate a show to signing everybody up to the website. That'll probably be a good thing to do one day. Get everybody signed up to the website. Just sign in. It's just like YouTube. You just sign your name and your email, and you get an account. And you can chat, you can super chat. Everything's over there. It's just like YouTube, except it's only my site. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that another day. We'll do that another day. He said, "End this all of ops going through eternity." That's funny.
Unclear how that 17-year-old who was shot is doing tonight, and authorities haven't mentioned if charges will be filed. I did ask authorities if the shooting was connected to the large gathering, and they tell me it's too early to tell, but they can tell me the shooting happened during the large gatherings. Live in Clearwater, Doria Lucas, 8 on your side.
Clearwater.
A 17.
Clearwater. Clearwater. Unbelievable, man. Here we go. Detroit. They had one in Detroit 5 days ago. So they, that was 5 days ago. We didn't cover that one. I was out of town. They had one in Chicago over the weekend.
Nothing seemed to materialize here at Rainbow Beach as police apparently planned ahead, while community leaders are hoping to keep this peace through the weekend. Chicago police squad cars blocked the entrance of Rainbow Beach and South Shore, as the lakefront location was reportedly set to be the scene of the city's next teen takeover, responding to what the city is calling credible reports of planned unauthorized teen gatherings for the upcoming weekend. Mayor Brandon Johnson saying in a statement, quote, "I am urging parents, guardians, and trusted adults to help prevent unsanctioned teen gatherings. Know where your children are and to talk with them about the risks of attending these events. To Chicago's young people, do not attend these gatherings. They can escalate quickly and carry serious consequences." This comes after Monday's teen trend at 57th Street Beach near Hyde Park ended with several people arrested. Outreach worker James Mitchell was there.
So the goal is to collaborate with park districts and a lot of entities.
And listen, man, these outreaches, man. I gotta give them some grace. That's a tough job, man. But it's like it's a job. It's a job. This nigga getting paid. Either he got an organization, they get a 501c3 where you get, a budget from the government, federal or local government, or he works for an organization that pays him. But this is a job. And they're always going to advocate for the teams. They're always going to advocate for more resources. This nigga never going to say, hey, man, we need to do this thing, and this. We need to do this, that, and the third. He always going to say, we need more money. We need more money. That's part of their game plan. Like, even whether it's to get more stuff, more free stuff for the kids, or to get a bigger budget so that he can get a higher salary. That's the game. You already know where I stand. Leather. I'm a proponent of leather. Okay? Straight leather. Bring back whips. Whips. I'm a proponent of leather. Leather. But I don't think we're gonna get there right away. Leather's a pipe dream. Wishful thinking, fantastical thinking that they're gonna start beating these kids. And as I said, you wouldn't have to beat all of them. That's the thing about leather. Pow! You hear that shit? You hear that shit whistling through the wind, and then you hear the sound it make when it hits skin, echoing. I mean, that shit sound like you dropping a stack of books. You ever drop a stack of books? Just boom. That's how the whip sound when it hits your fucking back. Pow! You ain't gonna have to whip all these kids, man. You will not have to whip all these kids. You only have to whip a couple of them. Whip a couple of them. Now, when I mean a couple is relative. A couple could be 1,000, considering how many of them are out here fucking up. But you're not going to have to whip more than 10% of them. I mean, yeah, public. Got to do it in public. Got to do it in public so that those bellows, not even screams, bellows, so their bellows can be heard throughout the. I'm talking about like, shit, you hit me with a belt right now. I'm like, yeah. I don't want to get hit with a belt.
Throughout the city, and then figure out what would be the best fit for our young people.
We have not seen a team takeover Friday, and some people are hoping to extend that calm through the weekend with a planned workout session for young people at Mollison Elementary School called Restore the Youth Field Takeover.
We want to show them
Restore the Youth Field Takeover. This is the thing about this, right? And I'm the only one that really breaks this down like that. Nobody else can really break this down like that. On YouTube, they don't have a perspective. Salute to all you people in the building, man. We are back. No one can really break this down like I break it down because they don't have the perspective. Going to this event sanctioned by these niggas, going to this event sanctioned by these dudes, you get no street cred for that. You're not being rebellious. You get no street cred for that. You get no status. The little girl's not gonna be like, ooh, he crazy. Ooh, he be with such and such. He be with so and so and them. Oh, he from such and such street. You going to this corny ass thing? These dudes are organizing, eat some hot dogs and shit, eat some glizzies, and listen to a bunch of motherfuckers talk. You don't get no gratification for that. Your appetite for status and rank in your community and points or whatever, you know what I mean, you get for being a badass. You get none of that. That's the reason they're doing this shit. They're going to the takeovers because they're fucking. It's what the hip young kids are doing. It's what all the badass boys and the badass girls are doing. It's the in crowd. You can't just say, oh, well, let's replace it with this. And they'll all come down here. No, that's not how it works. Press 1. These motherfuckers don't understand how this shit works. That's not how it works. Shout out to my man Pete, man. Pete say, I just got back from DC. Eesh. DC has never been better. Yeah, I can see it. I just drove through DC. I didn't go anywhere, but it did look like kind of like it was quiet. It did look quiet, but I didn't spend no time in DC. Shout out to my man Ray Ball. He says, glad you on early. I saw the last video with you and Nick Tao. I was rolling. Finally got my pilot's license. Hope you and the fam are doing well. Damn, we got a pilot Knock Nation, man. You gotta send me some video, man. Ray Wall, you gotta send me a video of you I don't believe you, man. I don't believe no nigga could be no pilot, man. You gotta send me a video, man. You gotta send me a video, nigga. I don't believe no nigga could be no pilot, man. You like that fake ass black astronaut, man. You find out you like the fake black astronaut, man. Faking and shit. Say nah, but seriously though, send us some stuff on that, man, so we can see what you're doing, man. Yeah, red tails, nigga, black tails, man. Nah, but yeah, that's amazing, man. Becoming a pilot, man. Jesus Christ. Just flying them little teeny planes, man. It's a certain type of person. It's a certain type of person to be a pilot, man. You gotta have balls of steel, man. You gotta have balls of steel to be a pilot, man.
We will show them respect while encouraging them to behave right.
Look at this fucking tether, man. Look at this tether look at this tether, man. This nigga's a tether.
Planned workout session for young people at Mollison Elementary School called Restore the Youth Field Takeover.
We will show them respect while encouraging them to behave right and be a good citizen.
Here says Chicago police.
Now listen, I will say this: lifting weights is cool. It's fun. It's a fun idea when you're young. But then when you get there and you see how hard it is, most of the kids gonna drop off. And most of them kids naturally strong. Like they not seeing it like. I'm glad this Tether's doing what he's doing. He's giving it's an option. But the thing about these kids, right? You got to be patient with these kids. You got to be willing to have a kid come to your program, come to your weight room 3 days in a row, and then not show up for a month. And then find out that he got suspended from school and his family moved. They got kicked out of their apartment and he had to go stay with his aunt in another city. Like these kids' lives are hectic and they live in rough neighborhoods. Even if they have stability at home, the neighborhood's chaotic. You got to deal with their attitudes. Listen, I've been in programs like this, right? I've been in programs like this. This tether don't know what he getting into, man. They gonna run this tether back to Africa, man, because in Africa, man, they respect their elders, man. Like the wedding I was at was a Nigerian wedding this weekend. You had to bow to the elders. You have to bow. You have to bow. Shit, you got to get laid out on your face sometimes. Sometimes when you see elders, you have to lay that on your face. This tether right here, he don't understand. These niggas in America, this tether don't understand, man. He don't understand, man. These kids here, they don't have any respect, okay? Any respect for their elders. Let me show you something, man. Let me just show you something, man. When you a Yoruba, and you see an elder,
in Yoruba culture, greetings are everything. Here's how to greet your elders in the morning.
Ekaro
means good morning.
Ekaro
means good morning to you too.
Ekaro.
Yoruba culture is built on respect and connection. Don't forget to greet properly today.
Yeah, you gotta kneel, man. This one right here, this is yes, when you see an elder, you have to lay down on the ground in front of them. That's a whole different cult, man. Like I've seen this with my own eyes. If I didn't see this with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it because I know the dudes who do it. They my cousins and my second cousins, and they just regular dudes, you know, regular that second generation Americans, third, like they their parents is Nigerian out, but they just regular niggas, right? Go to the club, pop bottles, mac on hoes, you know, into everything every other nigga's into, right? But when they get around their Nigerian family, they see the elders, they drop on their face. And I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. However you touch the ground, you can get away with that. You can get away with just touching the ground, like in a certain place. Like say, like is like him. He got on a white shirt. If they was outside on like a dirt road, he could get away with that, just touching the ground. Or if it's like a time where it's like you can't really like lay down. You don't have, you know what I mean? It's like a crowded place or something like that. You can get away with touching the ground. Yeah. That's not good enough. Yo, they don't play that though. They don't play that. Kneeling is very important, man. It's very important. Like, it's serious over there, man. Like, it's serious, Jack. I was just at a wedding this weekend, man. Yoruba wedding, man. They don't play that, man. And it ain't even really that they don't play it. It's that just motherfuckers do that shit. The young people do that. I mean, boom, they don't even think. Boom. They don't even think about it.
Here says Chicago
Police. This tether right here, he might not understand. Niggas over here, they don't have no customs that involve respecting your elders. You know what I mean? Black America doesn't have anything. There's nothing to where you show reverence to an older person. There used to be back in the 80s was probably the last time, but respecting your elders is not it's not woven into the Black American, the FBA, foundational Black American like culture, you know what I mean? It's just not there. I think it would do good for them to do that, man. I think it would do really good, man. Just respect anybody. Like, these niggas don't respect nobody. At least it'll give you somebody to respect. You know what I mean? They don't respect the police. They don't respect their parents. They don't respect teachers. They don't respect the librarian. They don't respect the lifeguard. They don't respect the mall cop. They don't respect the security guard. They don't respect the manager at the store. They don't respect anybody. Yeah, I'm 48, so I remember when I was a kid, you respected your elders. That was a common phrase. You don't hear that anymore. Respect your elders. You don't hear that anymore.
Out session for young people at Mollison Elementary School called Restore the Youth Field Takeover.
We will show them respect while encouraging them to behave right and be a good citizen.
Here says Chicago police will enforce city curfew this weekend, while community violence intervention workers will be on the ground to help keep young people safe this weekend.
Welcome back, 8:23 on your Monday morning. Good morning, everybody. Teen takeovers continue to plague Chicago and other communities, and Illinois' comptroller is now calling for more accountability and a major crackdown. Susanna Mendoza joining us here in studio to discuss this issue. Susanna, thanks for being here.
Happy to
Appreciate
be here.
it. There was a post that really caught your attention this past week. Can we kind of run through what it showed and kind of how you reacted to that one?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to roll a video? Or?
I don't think we have the video queued up, but can you describe kind of what it showed and why?
Which one are we talking about?
The one with the kids that actually jumped on top of a bunch of windshields, and there was a teen takeover right before that, right?
It's crazy that I even have to ask which one.
Exactly. That's a bad problem.
There's so many.
Right.
Yeah. So this specific one that we're talking about, we had teens jumping on cars, twerking, doing visible criminal damage to property. It looked like the Wild West out there. And you can only imagine if you were a person living on that block, how horrifying that would be. The reality of it is that these aren't just like fun parties or innocent parties that go a little aloof. People have died at these teen takeovers. People have been shot. Maybe they didn't die, they survived because we have great healthcare now in the city of Chicago, trauma centers. But the reality of it is that it is not safe for those people who go to that. Not all of them are kids, let's be clear, but the ones that do go there shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there to cause mayhem in the communities that they go, whether it's at the beach or it's on a residential block. And we're only going to see this continue to escalate if there's no accountability for this behavior.
What you mentioned accountability, in your response to that on X, I saw you say, we need to take action here through strong enforcement and accountability. What specifically would you do that is not being done right now?
So number one, I wouldn't be treating this as if it's like no big deal and you get a slap on the wrist. I'll tell you that my own son is way more scared of what I would do to him in terms of grounding him for life than he is of the government. But if parents aren't going to parent their kids appropriately, then it's not the government's job to parent your child. And the government will have to do what their job is, which is to make sure that our streets are safe. So in the absence of the parents making sure that their kids are not causing criminal damage to property, or worse yet, shooting people, killing people, then the government will have to do what governments do, and that's hold people accountable. At least that's what governments are supposed to do. We don't see our government doing that here in the city of Chicago. That means arresting kids, even holding parents accountable if their children are committing this type of action. So we do have.
Look at these motherfuckers. I mean, like, they don't have a fear of, they're not afraid of anybody. Okay? They're not afraid of anybody. The only people they're afraid of are each other. Press 1. That's the only people they're afraid of is each other. Yeah, she's right. That white lady is right.
To have serious consequences to serious behavior.
Look. These cops. Cops really can't do shit. Because if they engage, it becomes a riot. Like you ain't just gonna arrest one of these motherfuckers and the rest of the people just stand there and watch. They're gonna start hooting and hollering and interfering and acting crazy. And the next thing you know, you got cops over here wrestling with this one, wrestling with that one. And then there's a big melee. And then if one of them gets a boo-boo, then it's gonna be fucking protesting shit. It's very hard to deal with. So the cops being patient, not trying to engage is actually a good thing. The last thing you want is one of these kids to get a boo-boo and then the fucking CNN show up. So it's a fucked up situation, man. I'm glad you niggas lost your right to have Democrat congressional districts everywhere, shoo-in Democrat congressional districts. I really hope you niggas can lose the right to do this shit, though. This is a symptom, though. This is a symptom.
Consequences to serious behavior. I would agree 100% wholeheartedly with Superintendent Snelling that we have to stop making excuses for this type of criminal behavior.
Makes sense. And heads up, we've been reporting all morning that Naperville police are trying to get out in front of one that's supposed to happen tonight. Now, Susanna, while you're here, I got to ask you this. You are already being talked about as a mayoral candidate. The Cranes reported that. Also, I noticed that you posted a video of you were doing some kind of stand-up on the side of the road, and someone pulled up and goes, Susanna Mendoza, go. You've got my vote. You've got my vote. And you went up and thanked him. Any
That was so
any
fun. I
news
just have
on
to say,
that?
well, stay tuned. All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
stay tuned.
So you're not ruling it out.
Get on the ground. Get on.
Yikes. Oh, the Carmelo Anthony trial started. Talk about
one of the most high-profile murder trials North Texas has seen in years begins tomorrow in Collin County. 18-year-old Carmelo Anthony faces a first-degree murder charge connected to the April 2025 stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in...
Just look at the two pictures, man. Oh, that's a mugshot. Okay, that's a mugshot. I'm about to say. That nigga look like a demon, man. That nigga got demon in his eyes, man. This white boy looks like a saint, man. This white boy look like 90210, man. This white boy look like one of them white boys off afternoon special, the ABC afternoon special. He probably had a girlfriend, went to church every Sunday, did his homework. Like this motherfucker did his homework. He was like a 4.0 student. This motherfucker was doing his homework every day. The nigga probably didn't even have a book bag. This nigga probably didn't even carry a book bag to school. Press 1. This nigga probably didn't even carry a book bag to school. You ever see him in the morning? They go into school, don't nobody got a book bag? Nobody. Or they come home from school and they just got their jacket on. I couldn't get in the house without a book bag, man. I couldn't leave the house without a book bag or get in the house without a book bag. How the fuck you going to school without no fucking books? And listen, I get it. A lot of shit is digital now and shit. Yeah, but fuck it. Where your tablet at? Your tablet ain't, I don't see no tablet in your hand, motherfucker. And they he said, beware the shark got tarantula heads. Oh yeah, the trial is just happening. This is gonna be a contentious trial, man. Of course, niggas gonna be on his side. Niggas are always good for being debaucherous, evil, like what do you call it? Like not just contrarians, but like villains. Niggas always gonna go for the villain, right? Niggas always gonna root for the villain if they black. You gonna see black people that you probably respected, black people that you probably was like, didn't even know were racist. Black people you didn't even know were staunch, devout racists. You gonna start seeing them. These type of cases bring that out. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know this motherfucker was a fucking card-carrying racist. Because blacks are always going to defend a criminal. Always. It's just how we are. You can't fix it. You cannot fix that. You can't fix that. Salute to everybody out there, man. Hit the like button. Sponsor the show. Take the challenge. Take the $5 challenge. Sponsor the show. Support the channel. You cannot fix that. Also, and definitely hit the like button so that the like button kind of like helps you next time. If you hit the like button, next time I go live, I'm more likely to pop up in your feed. But yeah,
stabbing death.
If you say Plano cops don't play, Plano cops play, motherfucker. I can't believe you said Plano cops don't play. Plano cops play. They play like a motherfucker. Y'all gotta stop doing that, man. black people make let me show you something. You said Plano cops don't play, right? Let me show you something, man. This happened in Plano. The reason I said that because you just reminded me because I did a story on Plano a few years ago. I remember that. I did a story on Plano a few years ago. This is the Hooters restaurant in Plano, Texas. After people, so these kids tried to come up and sell merchandise, right? You know how kids selling candy bars and shit for their football team and shit? You ever had that? The little kids come around selling snacks to try to raise money to go on a football tournament in another city or something. So these kids came into this place and they came in Hooters, trying to sell their little grubby ass, fucking melted ass candy bars and shit, and their hot ass fucking sodas and shit. The manager asked them to leave. And this is what happened. The manager asked them to leave, and you never ask a black person to leave unless you're going to leave. And these are kids.
For the candy, fuck me. Whoa. For the candy, fuck me. Whoa.
That's the staff at Hooters they're attacking. They're attacking the staff at Hooters because they asked them to leave. And 100 years ago, these niggas would have got lynched. They would have rounded up some of these little niggas and lynched them. And you can't really say that how dare you? How dare you go up here trying to sell your little fucking nasty ass fucking candy you done had for a month? Been grabbing your balls and shit and digging up in your nose, touching on the candy for the last month because you ain't selling shit. You little niggas ain't selling shit. You nobody buying no shit from you monkey ass niggas walking around with no shirts on and shit. Tarantula head motherfuckers. Ain't nobody buying no candy from y'all. Y'all just walking around and shit, wasting y'all time. If people ask you to leave, man, hey man, this is Hooters, man. What you doing in here selling candy bars and shit, man? Like, this is Hooters, bro. You gotta leave, man. And you just gonna beat the shit out of everybody in sight. Nah, man, how dare you, man? How fucking dare you? Somebody get a rope. Press 1, man. Get a rope. Who the fuck you think you are? Who the fuck you think you are? Get a motherfucking rope. Like, seriously, man. Like, think about that. Like, who the fuck you think you are? Get a motherfucking rope. I bet if you was in here and I bet if you worked here and them little niggas came up with their little candy and shit, their little buckets of candy and shit, and their no shirts on, drawers showing. Guys, you try to buy some candy? You try to buy some candy? You try to buy some candy? We got Snickers bar, Kit Kats, and we got Food Roll-Up, and we got Skittles. You try to buy some candy? You like, oh, hey man, this is a restaurant, bro. We're gonna have to ask you to leave. And these niggas just start whipping everybody's ass in sight. Like, are you, yo, man, get a fucking rope, man. Get a rope.
You for the candy. What you mean?
Whoa.
They fight girls and shit. They're beating up the Hooters girls and shit. Why are they that mad? Like, think about it. Why are they this mad, though, man? That's too much. They too mad. Yo, man, I don't give a fuck if the dude said, hey, man, you gotta get the fuck out of here. And I'm sure they didn't say that. I'm sure they looked at these niggas and said, that's not gonna go well. I'm sure they were very polite. I'm sure they felt the energy and they were very polite. Press 1. But these motherfuckers feel like they got to, like, shit. They don't have to have any composure. They don't have to be composed. They don't have to, be measured. They don't have to read the room. They get to do whatever the fuck they want to do whenever the fuck they want to do it. These little fuckers are something else, man.
It's over a fucking chocolate bar.
What, bitch?
Little ass bitch. Go home. Thank you for the candy. What you mean? Oh my god. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you for the candy. What you
He said, perpetually looking for opportunities to wreak havoc and do as they please. Yeah, man. Straight up, man. Looking for that. They found it. And they wreaked it. They wreaked that shit. They wreaked the fuck out of that shit. They wreaked the fuck out of that. They wreaked the fuck out of that. They wreaked the hell out of that chaos. Jeez. Salute, man. Yeah, but yeah, Plano, that's Plano, man. Nothing happened to them kids. Nothing happened to them kids, man. That's why I'm just telling you, man, be careful when you say, oh, these police here don't play, man. Or, oh, you go here, man. Nah, everywhere plays, man. You can't police niggas. Niggas are out of control. Okay? You can't police them, especially in liberal areas. You can't police them in they do so much, it's like they override the system and shit. Like this nigga, he just stabbed me. Like, think about it, you had a track meet. Think about you had a track meet and shit. And for whatever reason, an argument, a dust up, a fight. I don't give a fuck if it was a bare knuckle brawl. You had a track meet and you pull out a knife and stab another kid in the heart? and then run off and throw the knife under the bleachers. Like, who does that?
Connected to the April 2025 stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in Frisco. Jury selection is set to start first thing tomorrow morning. Tonight, a look back at the case, the fallout, and the legal fight ahead. It was the kind of story that moved fast, first through Frisco, across North Texas, then nationally.
It took my soul too. I'm so sorry.
A fight under a team tent, a knife, and a 17-year-old student athlete who died in his twin brother's arms.
He was going to turn out to be a great individual.
Austin Metcalf was a student at Frisco's Memorial High School. Police say he was stabbed on April 2nd, 2025, during a district track meet at Kirkendall Stadium. Investigators say Carmelo Anthony, then also 17, was sitting under a tent for a school he did not attend. According to eyewitnesses, Metcalf told him to leave. What happened next will be at the center of this murder trial. Police say Anthony fatally stabbed Metcalf once in the chest. His father, Jeff, expressing his disbelief to Fox 4.
I told him it's not goodbye. It's see you later.
Online, the case exploded. Rumors raced ahead of facts. From jail, Carmelo Anthony claimed self-defense and was held on a $1 million bond. But 12 days after the crime, he was released on house arrest after a judge reduced his bail to $250,000, in part because of his clean record. 3 days later, a press conference was called on his parents' behalf. They begged the public to turn down the temperature.
I don't know why we're being targeted and discriminated against.
And ain't nobody targeted them, ain't nobody discriminated against them. Press 1. Nobody, they got $500,000 in a GoFundMe, and they up here talking about, I don't know why we being targeted and discriminated against. After they just raised $500,000 after their son stabbed this white boy. Niggas are insufferable. Okay? Insufferable. Yeah, blew the money. Like you knew they would. You knew them niggas was going to blow the money. Speaking of that, take the $5 challenge, support the channel, sponsor the programming, PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, website, whatever. You can sponsor the show. Go ahead and sponsor it. Yeah, this is crazy, man. These niggas are insufferable. Niggas have no class. Y'all gonna get up here and talk about y'all being discriminated against after all these people donated all that money to y'all. Because your kid stabbed another kid to death. And it was a white kid. I don't know why we being discriminated against. What?
3 days later, a press conference was called on his parents' behalf. They begged the public to turn down the temperature.
I don't know why we're being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial.
Though the heat would only rise after Austin Metcalf's father showed up to a press conference and was escorted out by Dallas police for not having an invitation. Now, after months of relative quiet, the arguments move from online debate to a Collin County courtroom. Jury selection begins Monday and is expected to last 3 days. Former Dallas County Assistant DA Russell Wilson is not connected to the case, but says finding jurors who have not heard about it or have not formed opinions will be a challenge.
I actually believe you can certainly get somebody who believes that they are unbiased, but whether or not they actually are, you don't necessarily know until the actual case starts unfolding.
The defense is expected to lean hard into self-defense. In Texas, that shifts the burden to the state.
If self-defense is an issue in the case, the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it was not self-defense.
For prosecutors, it may all likely come down to the sequence of events under that tent.
They've got to come in and show, in essence, that the conduct that occurred prior to this incident did not warrant the amount of force that was used.
Strict rules are in place. No cameras inside the courtroom. There's also discussion about limiting other electronic devices, all to preserve order and keep the case from turning into a courthouse spectacle.
For the lawyer's perspective, part of it is to try to shut out the noise.
Noise in the court of public opinion about to shift to a real court. So Fox 4 will bring you extensive coverage of the Anthony trial. You can keep up with the latest court developments on fox4news.com.
Wow, Boosie facing 20 years. Another case? Jesus Christ. Speaking of
attack
teens,
over pizza.
Speaking of teens, y'all. Speaking of teens, on my gliders, y'all thought y'all was gonna get off the hook, didn't y'all? Didn't you gliders think y'all was gonna get off the hook? Salute to Johnny Reb. Johnny Reb is in the building on Rumble, man. Shout out to Johnny Reb, man. Yeah. Gliders thought y'all was getting off the hook, right? Nah, man. Not happening.
Attack over pizza, ending with a vicious beating and now prison time for the men responsible. Thanks for joining us here at 5:30. I'm Cherie Palello.
And I'm Chris Jacobs. Today, a judge handing down sentences to the men convicted in a brutal attack in Corryville. This happened last September. WLWT News 5's Danielle Dindak was inside the courtroom as investigators played a video of the violence that happened there on Short Vine. Danielle.
Yeah, Chris, what a day it was in court, but I do want to start from the very beginning. So investigators say this actually all started when 3 people actually were here nearby in Short Vine picking up pizza. When those 3 people were walking home, they were approached by a crowd, and shortly before they knew it, the beating started.
A brutal beating that all started with a slice.
When someone in the crowd called out and said, "Hey, give me that pizza."
Surveillance video shown in court.
Our main victim is here. You're going to see him kind of jostle in that direction. And then as he walks forward, someone comes up behind
Oh, it's niggas. I thought these was white boys. It's niggas in here.
him and strikes him with the butt of a pistol. He's knocked out instantly.
Prosecutors identified
And strikes him with the butt of a pistol. Walks forward, someone comes up behind him and strikes him with the butt of a pistol. He's knocked out instantly.
Prosecutors identified this man, Austin Smith, just 18 at the time of the attack, as the one they say pistol whipped the victim, breaking his jaw.
And I hear multiple individuals kind of engage him while he's on the ground.
The attack continues with another man named Deontay Conyers entering into the violence.
Mr. Conyers here who's kicking him in the head.
I thought it was white boys. I'm sorry. I thought this was white boys. I should have known. Press 1. I should have fucking known. I should have known. I should have fucking known. I should have fucking known. Shout out to Pinky Brown. Pinky Brown in the building, man. I should have fucking known. I thought it was white boys, man. They didn't even get the slice of pizza. The motherfuckers ain't get no pizza. They just was fucking with it. The pizza was give me a slice of pizza was a way to fuck with them. Like, sometimes them little niggas will ask you what time it is. Or, can I borrow $1? Press 1. Hold on. Sometimes them little proto-humans just say, "You got $1?" and then just swing on you. Or, "You know what time it is?" and just swing on you.
Conyers entering into the violence.
Mr. Conyers here, who's kicking him in the head while he's on the ground. He's going to pull his phone out and take photographs of the victim while he's laying there. He's actually going to kick him additional times while he's on the ground there.
Another camera shows the victim stumble off, running right into the third suspect, later identified as Braden Hall. You see Hall hit the victim in the head. Then the victim's friend in the red shirt steps in as a shield. And Hall is seen going after that man as well. Then video shows something else. The guy in the red laying on top his friend to protect him.
One victim is forced to lay on top of another and protect him from additional kicks and blows for nothing, for pizza.
In total, 7 people were charged in the beating. The 3 main offenders, Smith, Conyers, and Hall, all faced the judge.
I'm a graduate of the University of Cincinnati. I'm not proud of that fact, but I also have to tell you that I have daughters, and I forbid them to go to the University of Cincinnati because of people like you.
Top forwards from the judge right there. Now talking about these sentences some more, I can tell you that Conyers and Smith, they will be serving up to 4 to 7.5 years in prison.
Damn.
As for Hall, he got 3 to 4.5 years. As you just heard, 4 other people were also charged in this case. They also were sentenced today, and we have much more information on that.
He slammed their ass for an ass whooping. That's a lot of time for an ass whooping. That is a lot of time for an ass whooping.
Top forwards from the judge right there. Now talking about these sentences some more, I can tell you that Conyers and Smith, they will be serving up to 4 to 7.5 years in prison. As for Hall, he got 3 to 4.5 years. As you just heard, 4 other people were also charged in this case. They also were sentenced today, and we have much more information on that over on our website right now.
This judge needs to be commended, man. We talk a lot about judges. This judge needs to be commended, man. Salute to this judge, man. Shout out to this judge. I respect this judge, man. He brought the hammer down on them fucking assholes. That was gratuitous. That was some punk shit. That dude was knocked out on the ground, and you was gonna keep hitting and kicking him. Not even like he did, just for no. Y'all ain't even know him. Yeah, leather. Like I say, leather. But we can't do leather, so yeah, that judge did a great job, man. That judge did a great job, man. Salute to this judge, man. You can't have any mercy on these motherfuckers.
New details emerging tonight about who police think is responsible for the death of a 15-year-old Harrisburg student. The teen had just stopped off their bus in Harrisburg when they were struck by gunfire. And tonight, many questions are still swirling about why this happened. Thanks for being here at 11. I'm Alex Thill, and we're learning that this is the suspect, Jeremiah Moran.
Of course. Just shooting in public. Like them, but these little ones just shooting in public. They don't care where the bullets go. They could give a rat's ass. And some of that is youth, but then again, a lot of it is not giving a fuck. And a lot of it is being evil. Youth is like 10% of it.
CBS 21's Lily Sexton combing through police documents today, learning more about the 16-year-old. She joins us now with the latest from Harrisburg.
That's right. Gunfire broke out right here yesterday, taking the life of a 15-year-old in broad daylight as soon as he stepped off of his school bus. Now today, investigators say they found video from that tragic scene, allegedly showing a 16-year-old using a handgun. They said that video ultimately led to a confession.
Good.
We have at least one shot. Individual that shot the person did flee on foot. Last seen going down Emerald Street. So use caution, please.
That suspect, 16-year-old Jeremiah Moran, according to an affidavit of probable cause filed by police. Moran is now charged with first-degree murder. CBS 21 was at the scene as police put caution tape around the school bus.
Fox 1-3, intersection of North 6th Street, Emerald Street, gunshot, 80 response.
We got called up here for a reported gunshot victim. Harrisburg police responded and rendered aid. We also had ambulance companies come, transported one juvenile male victim for a gunshot wound to a local hospital, where unfortunately he succumbed to his injuries. And
salute to Barry B. Barry B is in the building. Shout out to Barry B. Man, the kid confessed. So this is a slam dunk case. Little fucker.
The victim of.
I just wanted you to think, this little fucker right here is going to be fucking going to prison for like 25 years. He wanted to be known as a shooter. He wanted to be known as a shooter, or he wanted to be badass. Now he's going to jail for 25 years. He confessed. Think about it. He wasn't hard. He wasn't like, man, fuck you, copper. I want my lawyer. When they got him in that back room and them detectives started working on him, that little fucker confessed.
By police. Moran is now charged with first-degree murder. CBS 21 was at the scene as police put caution tape around the school bus.
Fox 1-3, intersection of North 6th Street, Emerald Street, gunshot, 80 response.
we got called up here for a reported gunshot victim. Harrisburg police responded and rendered aid. We also had ambulance companies come, transported one juvenile male victim for a gunshot wound to a local hospital, where unfortunately he succumbed to his injuries and died.
The victim, a 15-year-old high schooler at Harrisburg School District. The school said in a statement, "Our prayers are with the student who was shot and our entire school community."
So it's heartbreaking, man, and it's something that like nobody should have to go through.
And it's a shame that our children can't walk around in the streets being safe in their own neighborhoods without somebody shooting and killing them. For what?
In the affidavit, police said they found video surveillance that showed Moran with a handgun. They did not say if Moran knew the victim or if there was any possible motive, but they did have a message for students emphasizing the seriousness of the situation.
If you know that somebody's bringing a gun on a school bus, please let your teachers know, somebody know. You can do that anonymously, but we'd like to prevent these before they happen.
In addition to the murder charge, Moran is facing 2 firearm-related charges. He is currently being held in Dauphin County Prison. I'm Lily Sexton reporting.
Thank you, Lily. And now, although Moran is a minor, he will still be automatically tried as an adult because of the severity of the charge, a murder charge, which is a Pennsylvania state law.
He be charged as an adult. Damn. He learned it fast. That nigga learned it fast. Like, how much time you think I'm gonna get? And he down at he in the bullpen or wherever the fuck he at now. How much time you think I'm gonna get? Oh, little younger, you be all right, man. My cousin, he murdered somebody. He only got shit. They down there talking, man. He down there at the bullpen or in the holding cell. Nervous as a motherfucker. Cooked.
And today, Harrisburg Mayor Wanda Williams releasing this statement about the deadly shooting, thanking Harrisburg police, school officials, and emergency responders. The mayor writing in part, quote, "No parent should ever have to bury a child. No student should have to fear for their safety on the way home from school. And no community should become accustomed to the loss of its young people." The The mayor continued, quote, "As we mourn this young life, we must also recommit ourselves to protecting our children, creating opportunities for our young people, strengthening our neighborhood."
Fuck you and your opportunities. You're not getting any more tax dollars. Fuck you, bitch. You see how she tried to slip that in? Begging for tax dollars? Creating opportunity. No, we're not creating no fucking opportunity. The programs, the 60 years worth of programs we done gave you, them little niggas ain't going to them, so we're not giving you any new ones. Acting like we ain't been just developing programs for the last 70, 80 years. Like it's a shortage of programs and opportunities for these motherfuckers. That shit is offensive, man. All of the billions of tax dollars we drowned into these motherfuckers, and now they acting like we need more opportunity. What? Bitch. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't getting no. Johnny Reb says it ends up disqualified for military service due to being in prison due to lack of self-discipline. These motherfuckers ain't worried about. These motherfuckers don't worry about. Listen, I will say this. When you in prison with a life sentence or 40 years or some shit like that, these little motherfuckers were praying they would have fucking worked at Chipotle or worked at McDonald's. Praying they would have worked at the shoe store rather than live the life they live. They regret it then. Going up the river to do 40. They ain't gonna get that little kid a life sentence. They're gonna give him like 30, 40 years. UTP says, yo, salute. Just wanted to show love, you the GOAT. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, man. UTP, man. I have to concur. You got a point there.
And working together to prevent future tragedies. The mayor encouraged anyone with information that may help the investigation to come forward. She says the city remains committed to addressing violence and supporting the safety and well-being of the youth. The Harrisburg School District Superintendent says counselors will be available at the high school Monday and that the district is working with the family of the victim. They'll be releasing more information about a memorial vigil in the coming days.
Wow.
A mother speaks only with CBS News New York days after her teenage son died in a subway surfing accident. 14-year-old Akai Butler's mother tells Lisa Rosner she wants to prevent another family from going through the same heartbreak.
He had a beautiful smile, beautiful kid.
Hey, he sound like that picture. This picture didn't. You ain't think she was gonna sound like that from that picture, did you? Press 1.
Break.
He had a beautiful smile, beautiful kid. Gone too soon.
The mother of 14-year-old Akai Butler still in shock after learning Friday around 6 p.m. that her 8th grader was found unconscious on the Manhattan side of the Williamsburg Bridge. Police say he died after subway surfing on the J train. Andre Duane is his uncle.
I remember him texting my sister minutes before it happened with a picture saying that he saw a dog on the train that looks just like his dog. 1 minute I hear he's doing good in school, and then the next minute I'm hearing that we got to go to Bellevue.
Police say he was with an 18-year-old who is still in critical condition at the hospital. The family says they don't know the teen and fear that Butler was peer pressured.
Is there anything you feel someone could have helped you, told you, informed you before this happened?
It was just too late, you know.
I wish the
I
community
wish
would have spoke up.
community,
Like if they have saw him doing this before.
And you don't know how long he was doing this for,
No.
right? Okay.
We don't. We have his phone, but we can't get back into his phone.
You can see by this growing memorial at the Crown Heights building where Butler grew up, he was extremely loved by his community.
he had compassion. He would help. He was a helper. Help the elderly people in the neighborhood. Carry their groceries upstairs to the apartment. He was athletic.
Wow.
He brought joy to the community. His laughter stopped the subway surfing. So no more children can get hurt like this. I am truly gonna miss him so much.
In Brooklyn, Lisa Rosner, CBS News, New York.
Man. Man.
Tonight, a father and a veteran. Loved ones say a gunman killed him today over a noise complaint.
A wild chain of events spanning 2 cities ending in
Noise complaint. Yeah. Nigga kill you over noise complaint. Listen, you could be the one complaining or the one making the noise. I don't know. Either one, a nigga kill you. Hey, brother, can you turn that down? Bam! Hey, nigga, turn that shit down. Bam! I don't, who knows, man? Who knows, man? Niggas, niggas just kill your ass. You gotta be very polite. That's one thing about niggas, man. Like me, I understand the Negro, so I already know. Like, you gotta be very polite. You can't just speak off the cuff to niggas and shit. You can't just be emotional with niggas. Cause niggas, if you look at the penitentiary, man, there's too many black people in jail. No, it's not enough. Considering the way niggas respond to certain type of stimuli. What do y'all think? Y'all think he asked? You think he asked the dude to turn the music down, or y'all think he was the one making the loud music? I think he asked the dude to turn it down. I'm gonna go with that. I think this dude asked the guy, "Hey man, you turn that down?"
Tonight, a father and a veteran. Loved ones say a gunman killed him today over a noise complaint.
a wild chain of events spanning 2 cities ending in an arrest. The shooting this morning at an apartment right near 94th and Carmen. Police taping off this apartment building, even the parking lot. Minutes later, a 5-mile police chase that ended in a crash near 124th and Capitol in Wauwatosa. Police arresting a suspect in the homicide. 12 News' TJ Dysart joining us live on this big story here at 10.
And TJ, you're inside an apartment where there is damage from the gunfire.
Yeah, Derek, take a look at this. You can still see the lone bullet hole in the wall here. This is where we're told the shooting occurred. Family tells us that the victim's teenage son had to watch his father lose his life today.
Wauwatosa traffic cameras near 124th and Capitol Drive show the frantic end of a Wednesday morning police chase and crash. Officers yank a 29-year-old out of a black Audi, the sedan sitting mangled against a wall. Police say the driver, less than an hour earlier, shot and killed a 42-year-old man inside this apartment near 94th and Carmen. The building and parking lot taped up by police for hours just after 10.
That's the hood. That's the hood. Look at all them dandelions growing and shit. Look at the grass. Look at the grass. Grass high as motherfucking giraffe pussy. You got an old fucking Crown Vic LTD sitting in the fucking goddamn a box Crown Vic in the fucking parking lot. That's the motherfucking hood, man. UTP says, by the way, in and WW have destroyed white women, have destroyed this country. Black women and white women have destroyed this country. No cap. They too lenient on these demon son words. Yeah, I think, yeah, white women are just diabolical. In a way, though, it is a blessing because as diabolical as white women are diabolical because they have the IQ. Sisters just all emotion, right? White women have IQ to go with it. That shit is crazy, man. Yeah. They destroy it in the home, though. That's the first place they destroy it. They have access to the kids, man. They have access to the kid's mind, shape the kid's mind, they don't have account. And one thing that single mothers pass down, and this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, lack of accountability, right? So women hate accountability. And when they have no man in the home to balance that off, they through osmosis teach their young boys to not have accountability. See, the father being in the home provides a balance to her, a counterbalance to her. Yes, she's nurturing. Yes, she's loving. Yes, she's gonna ride for her kids and be there for her kids and da 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 da. But that lack of accountability without the man, it's hard for the child to learn accountability. And when you got a bunch of young boys running around with guns, high, fucking, these niggas fucking 4 or 5 little girls and shit at the time. Ego through the roof. He fucking. Like, think about it. You fucking. Like, the little 15-year-old nigga fucking. He fucking like 3-4 different bitches right now. You imagine how big your ego is if you're 15 and you're fucking out of both pants legs and you got a gun and you shoot people and you're not accountable to nothing. You don't know what accountability is until you get arrested for a murder charge.
Parking lot taped up by police for hours just after 10 a.m. A lone bullet hole still visible in the complex hallway.
He wasn't out in the streets.
Patrick Dawkins identified the victim as his nephew, Greg McElwee, a single father and Army veteran. Dawkins says it was just after 10 o'clock when he got a call from Greg's 13-year-old son.
He called me and he told me that someone just shot my nephew over a noise complaint.
Greg's son had to watch his father get murdered?
Yes. My nephew answered the door and they were talking. And I guess it was escalating. And my nephew didn't want to talk to the guy anymore or something. And he fired 2 shots into his chest.
Dawkins says the teenager pushed the suspect out of the apartment and called 911, a move that could have saved his life.
He said he did it so fast, he caught the guy off guard. So by the time he could respond, he had the door closed and locked.
Greg's son, a survivor, but now forced to live the rest of his life without his biggest supporter.
Think about it. That nigga came over here. This nigga in this car, right? Where's the car? Let's see that. This nigga was in the world. He had an apartment next to these motherfuckers that he just killed. He had an apartment, a place to live, and he had a car. And I get it. People being noisy. I understand that. I really do understand people being noisy is annoying. That's one of the most annoying things. People being loud. Like, I don't want to hear your fucking music. Put your earbuds on. Like, why don't you use your earbuds, nigga? I don't want to hear your fucking music. Especially people that play music outside loud as shit. It's like, yo, Well, how you assuming that we all want to hear your fucking music? But anyway, I will admit I get very annoyed by people that loud music. It's very disrespectful. And I will be remiss to say, yes, I have thought about killing people who have played their music loud. Like when my daughter was young, motherfucker was playing his music loud on my block, and I wanted to, I thought about killing him. Not saying I was thinking about like planning on killing him, but I was envisioning, I was fantasizing about killing him. My daughter was trying to sleep, and this nigga was playing his music loud as shit, and I was like, I fantasized about killing him. I'm not gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's one of them things. It's very inconsiderate. It's super inconsiderate. It's disrespectful too. Like, what makes you think like you want to hear that song, right? You want to hear that music right now. But what makes you think everybody in the fucking neighborhood wants to hear that shit? But anyway, man, it is very inconsiderate. I will say that. He said, I've never fantasized. Yeah, you're not a sun man, though. Are you a sun man, Smokey? Sun man, we think about killing people all the time. Sun man think about killing people. You trust me. A sun man has fantasized about killing you before. Unless you're like 5 or 6, a sun man has fantasized about killing you before. Or mulled it over. Or wondered if it was worth it. You've done something that made a sun man want to kill you. He said, I do and I'm white. Yeah, man. Gliders be wanting to do that shit too. They just don't do it though. Gliders are better at controlling that shit. Gliders are better at controlling that shit. They're better at regulating that impulse. Sons, we can't regulate that impulse as well. We struggle to regulate that impulse. Like that motherfucker had a car, he had an apartment, probably had some kids, a life, and now he's about to go to the penitentiary for the rest of his life because that's first degree. He brought the gun to the door when he came and approached the guy about the door. He had the gun. So they might get him with premeditation, or they might get him with something, man, because he didn't go get the gun. It wasn't an argument. He had the gun on him when he went and approached the guy about the noise. And he shot him dead, and then took the police on, and then fled the scene. He didn't render first aid. He didn't call the police. He fled the scene. Yeah, that dude is cooked. Brothers be cooking themselves, man. Brothers be getting cooked. Brothers be cooking themselves, man.
Who's lost his only guardian.
Absolutely heartbreaking story. TJ, we understand the family is holding a balloon release tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right, Derek. It'll be here in the parking lot, still TBD on what time that will be at. But Patrick tells me the road ahead will certainly not be easy. But right now, the family is focused on making sure Greg's son's life doesn't have to change any more than it already has.
Certainly, he has the support around family to support him through this grief. TJ Dysart leading us off live in Milwaukee tonight.
Yeah, Claudine, I got to tell you, investigators here laying out a pretty chilling scenario of what they say happened here. They say that this landlord essentially laid a trap, lighting the top of a car on fire to lure the victim outside, then shooting him in the back. San Francisco police are now providing new details into the murder of 58-year-old Eric Bigoni. On May 7th, police found Bigoni had been shot just outside his home near 46th Avenue and Ulloa Street in the city's Sunset District. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, investigators have arrested 68-year-old Philippe Chagnot on Wednesday, saying he laid a trap to lure Bigoni outside, where he shot him in the back.
The suspect then lit a fire on top of a car. And when the victim exited his residence to deal with the fire, the suspect shot the victim in the back using an automatic firearm equipped with a silencer. The suspect then stood over the victim and fired again before fleeing the scene.
Police used video surveillance to gather evidence and a citywide network of cameras to track the suspect on his bicycle. The district attorney's office said Chagnot even went so far as to try to disable cameras in the vicinity prior to the shooting. Now, prosecutors are preparing their case on a number of charges, including murder,
along with the special circumstance of lying in wait. We have also filed additional charges that include assault with an automatic firearm, arson, possession of an automatic firearm, possession of a silencer, and possession of a high-capacity magazine.
Now, at this point, police won't go into any word about a possible motive for the shooting beyond confirming that the suspect was the victim's landlord. That suspect, Claudine, due in court tomorrow at 1:30 to be formally.
Damn, he killed his tenant. Yeah, man. Unpaid rent. You won't leave. Tenant rights in San Francisco are crazy. Y'all probably don't know this. In San Francisco, like, it's almost impossible to get someone out of your property. Like, once they get a letter there or mail, once they get mail there, you're done. You're done. If that person gets a piece of mail at your house, you're done. You can't get them out. DC got terrible landlord rights too. The tenants are in the democratic cities, the tenants have their way. You don't have to pay rent either. They gotta take you to court, and it takes in housing court in these democratic cities. You gotta go to court for. You might go to court for a year or two to get a motherfucker out. And the whole time he's not paying rent. The whole time you have to make repairs. You have to make repairs. You have to. That's probably what happened. I think that might be what happened.
Charged. We're hoping we can get more clarity as to what may have led up to this, whether this was a landlord-tenant dispute tomorrow as those proceedings take place. For now, we're live here in San Francisco. Christian Cafton, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Christian, certainly a lot of questions coming out of this. All right, Christian, thank you.
Wow. Yikes, man. Jesus Christ.
News at 10.
New tonight, loved ones remembering a man shot in a Milwaukee County park this weekend. They say he was killed during his 4-year-old son's birthday party. Deputies responded to...
Jesus Christ. Yo, these stories are insane, man. These stories are... What?
News at 10.
New tonight, loved ones remembering a man shot in a Milwaukee County park this weekend. They say he was killed during his 4-year-old son's birthday party. Deputies responded to Center Street Park at 64th and Center around 6:45 last night. The park is along the Milwaukee-Wauwatosa border. Family identified the victim as Pepe Sakisi Bell Jr. And 12 News' TJ Dysart spoke to loved ones grappling with the tragic loss.
Now my nephew dead, my is dying out here. My brother.
Man. Pepe. Oh, these are motherfucking Pepe, Sakisi Bell. These are some motherfucking Dominicans and shit. They got nigga in them, though. I know black, but you got some nigga in you.
Is along the Milwaukee-Wauwatosa border. Family identified the victim as Pepe Sakisi Bell Jr. And 12 News' TJ Dysart spoke to loved ones grappling with the tragic loss.
Now my nephew dead, my is dying out here. My brothers is dying out here, bro. And for what?
Anger.
He came out too early. He left too early.
Sadness.
This don't make no sense. These people need to put these guns down.
And pain, written on the faces and echoed through the voices of loved ones of Pepe Sekisi Bell Jr.
It's breaking me. It's breaking me.
The 22-year-old gunned down at Center Street Park off 64th and Center, right along the Tulsa-Milwaukee border. The shots ringing out around 6:45 Saturday night, all of it during his son Jair's 4th birthday party.
Now, Pepe's mother tells me it was just before 7 o'clock on Saturday when she got the worst call a mother could ever received, later arriving on scene and seeing her son dead underneath a sheet. Have you even been able to really process it yet?
No. I cry here and there. I haven't been able to really eat or drink.
Milwaukee County Sheriff's deputies arrested a 25-year-old woman at the scene, saying she was carrying 2 firearms and that she and Sekisi Bell knew each other.
Do you know why she would have even wanted to kill your son?
I don't know. I can't tell you what went through people's mind.
Loved ones say Sekisi Bell was more than just family. He was the person who would do anything for just about anyone. But there was nothing he loved more than his 2 children.
He loves his kids. The kids are not doing too good.
Those children now without a father and a family now holding on to the memories of a man who gave them everything. Reporting in Milwaukee, TJ Dysart, WISN 12 News.
The Wauwatosa School District sent a letter to parents saying that some students were at Center Street Park during Saturday's shooting. Wauwatosa plans to provide help to any students who may need emotional support.
Salute to everybody, man. I'm gonna try to come back tonight. We plan on coming back tonight. How about that? If I don't come back tonight on this channel, I'll be coming back. I may do a Caitlin Clark stream tonight. Who knows? Get in the comment section, hit the like button, subscribe. Black Columbo out.